right, big fight this weekend. Friend of the show, Israel Adesanya, is out there in fucking Dubai. What is it? United Arab Emirates? Where the fuck is it? Fight Island, but it's out there somewhere.
It's in Emirates, yeah.
It's in Emirates.
Off the coast of Dubai, yeah.
Okay, so they're in Fight Island. He's fighting this guy, Paulo Costa. He's going to whoop that fucking ass. This shit is literally going to be light work. I think people are like, they see the size of Paulo, right? Because he's all like juiced up and everything like that. And they start thinking like, oh, is he going to be too big for Izzy? This, that, the other. A lot of people don't realize like Izzy is fucking gigantic.
That night we saw him in LA.
Yep.
I was staggered.
When he came to my show at the
Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
I was because he looks like a skinny dude on TV.
He looks skinny on TV, and then you see him in person, and he's huge and long.
Yeah.
Okay? Super long arms, super long legs, reach is crazy. So this guy's going to come in, this little like bulldog looking guy, Paulo Costa, he's going to come in. I think Izzy is going to pick him the fuck apart. What he wants more than anything is an aggressive fighter that's going to bring the fight to him, because that lets him do all his counter punching and striking. I think this is light work. Now, does he get the knockout? I don't know. It really depends about that Paulo Costa guy's chin. He might have a good chin. But in terms of like piecing that fucking guy up, I think it's a wrap. I think this is actually an easy, exciting fight for Izzy. I think he really exposes this other guy.
We gonna order it.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah.
Since he's been out there?
I hit him yesterday.
What's it like?
Where, in the island?
Yeah.
I don't ask him really about that shit because, like, I don't want to get in, like, this is fight week.
Right, like he's got like...
I don't want to get in nobody's head, you know what I mean?
You.
Like, my feeling is just like, yo, we got you, we riding with you, let's go. What's up? What's going on?
Is this his first fight out there?
I think so. Yeah.
I'll be interested to hear what it's like, because it's like now I'm really into comparing bubble experiences.
Yes.
I was talking to a friend of mine who was at the NHL bubble, and it's like their shit is nowhere near as lit as the NBA one.
Really?
Yeah, their shit is boring up there.
Stars might win the cup though. That's cool. Being from Dallas, only time I've given a fuck about hockey in my life ever.
I didn't even know the bubble was going on with hockey. One and two, that's sad because the hockey dudes are also the most like the biggest party animals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are by far the biggest partiers because nobody recognizes them. They're out there in One Oak. Just partying, missing teeth.
I heard everybody who wins a Stanley Cup on the team gets the cup for a day.
Yeah.
Man, the shit that cup has probably seen.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, man.
And it's the same cup.
Yeah.
It's the same cup. So
they just add a ring to it at the bottom or whatever.
The guy who is the official chaperone, I talked to him. Yeah. And he told me, like, first of all, I said, yo, if this thing's been around for 150 years, how is it only this tall?
Yeah.
He said every like 6 years they take
add a ring.
Well, no, they send the other one to the Hall of Fame. So it always just keeps moving up, and then once you get popped off, it goes back to the Hall of Fame.
Interesting.
Then the other thing he said was like he went with.
It's not the real one.
It is the real one.
Keep it 100.
The one that goes.
Keep it 100.
The one that he went to Russia with what's his name?
They took that
Ovechkin.
Cup. Ovechkin took that motherfucker. Or Russia took the cup.
Oh, you talking about that shit?
I think they took the cup to Russia.
I've heard this shit, but like I don't. He says because he has to be in the room with the cup.
He lost it for a week or something like that, or like they took it somewhere. There's a story where he wasn't with it. And then they have this cup, which is the cup we have today. And the conspiracy is that
the Russians took it.
The Russians took it, and they gave a replica cup.
Taking Stanley Cups, elections, these motherfuckers doing everything.
They really out there, bro.
Russians?
Yeah.
That shit is wild, man. It's like they're scarier now than they were in the 80s.
Yeah. Yo, real talk. 80s, they were all talk.
Yeah.
Now motherfuckers are doing all the shit.
Yeah. They just kept getting bodied. Like, you knew if a Russian was a villain, they were getting got.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Now you don't even know the villain.
Yeah.
They're just in the shadows.
And we slept on their bitches in the 80s. Like,
did we?
Yeah, because you would have like some decent looking like Russian chicks, but they all has like short haircuts and shit. Like, what was that gir's name?
Thinking about
the fucking braids or whatever?
Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, she was dating that guy, wasn't it? The clock?
Flavor Flav.
Clock guy? Yeah, Flavor Flav.
She's Swedish though. But
yeah, that bitch could go.
She's what?
She's Swedish.
Same shit.
Be gone, bitch.
Be gone. Yeah. But they are fine as fuck, dude.
Oh, that's funny when I call a white girl a bitch, huh, Taylor? Come on. Inconsistent.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Inconsistent.
White bitches need some respect too. You can't be out here disrespecting
same energy on all these bitches, Taylor.
Come on. Come on. Sorry, white bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't mean that. I mean, didn't mean to co-sign that. Disney and mean. Walt Disney and mean from the ESPN company did not mean to co-sign me calling you some bitches. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Let's see how uncomfortable we can make it before we run out of time on the card. How much time do we have left on the card?
This is the paywall one, right?
Just 2 minutes?
No, it's not the paywall.
It's
one.
not paywall, bro.
Hey, it's not the. Hey,
One
so
and a
damn
half-
well the
that's
last time you were on torture chambers. I mean, you in one now, my guy.
I could stop another call.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll do that. All I'm trying to say here is, we got to start treating people with respect.
Okay.
I mean that 100%.
That goes for all the bitches.
All of them, we got to treat with respect. Everybody, we got to treat with respect. Everybody's life matters. All no. What do you feel about? How do you feel about the war of slogans?
Oh man, that shit is.
And
It's the dumbest shit. Like when people want to get so deep into like, well, actually,
technically, what this means is
but I tell you what, the crazy thing is like I keep learning is that
we're happening. Wait, what happened?
No, I mean, we're at like 20 seconds.
Oh, okay, so we'll just stop for a second, and then we're gonna just put another card. All right, guys, sorry about that. We had to take a quick break, man. Switch cards. Cause we having so much fun with Amin El Hassan. Go check out my man Amin. I want to get back to that Izzy fight real quick, or just MMA in general. Did you guys see the Colby Covington?
I heard about it.
Where's Tyron Woodley? Did you guys see this at all? You heard about it fight?
the fight. No, I saw the argument he had with Usman.
The presidential call-in.
Yeah, Kamaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was mad funny, bro.
It's do you think he lost it? Like he broke character at some point?
Oh, I think do you know what I think is happening with Colby Covington? For everybody who's listening right now, Colby Covington was a fighter. He's a very good fighter. He wasn't getting a lot of like buzz or popularity. And then he assumed this character, which was like this Make America Great Again MAGA guy, right? But it was a character. He had like somebody writing lines for him and like scripted, and it wasn't like a real thing. And he started to like gain all this interest, and people really invested. And like, I guess, I don't know if there was a lot of MAGA support, but there was tons of anti-MAGA hate. In the same way like Floyd Mayweather, what's up?
No.
In the same way that like Floyd Mayweather garnered a lot of interest off of hate, like people were invested in seeing him lose. So like Colby became this villain. Right?
Yep.
And so all of a sudden he's this villain. And I think what happened to him is the same thing that happened to Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh shit!
Oh, Two Method lost himself in the character.
I think he became it. And I think it's easy to become something when you're getting so much hate for it because you double down into where the love is.
Well, especially when you're making money off it. When it's like your business is doing better than it's ever done before.
Business is booming for the first time in your life. You have some control. You have a fan base that actually supports you, and you don't want to lose all those things, right? It's almost like the cult thing. It's like you become part of a cult, and you're like, well, shit, I might not like exactly what's going on in this cult, but I like having my friends. I like having a purpose. I like having a position. I like doing something in life. So I think he started to actually become this complete character that he was. Like, the guy was like, I don't know, like early stuff, he was just like one of the dudes. Like super regular guy, like not extreme, really anything.
Right.
Like, and
I mean, even when you see him, like if you don't know who we're talking about, when you see him, he looks like a cartoon character. He's got the USA pants, and he's got a MAGA hat, and he wears like wraparound Oakley shades.
Yeah.
Like he plays he's clearly playing a part.
so here's the thing. I think he was playing the part, and I think now it's become, and after like in the press conference, he's doing this thing where he's like attacking, like he whooped Tyron Woodley's ass. Like he just fucking destroyed this dude. And they had like a beef previous and whatever, and it was, he kicked his ass. And what he had this kind of like conversation where he was talking shit about Tyron Woodley afterwards, and he started like spouting out a lot of this anti-Black Lives Matter rhetoric that you hear in like from like YouTube commentators a lot. It's like, it's a Marxist organization, it's a communist, he's a communist, he's a Marxist, right? And I understand like where they're going with that, because if you go to like the Black Lives Matter website for the organization, it will say that they're, have these values that were about like breaking down the Western idea of like the nuclear family or whatever the fuck. The Black Lives Matter, the organization, is probably different than the movement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, these are two different entities, and the movement is focused on one specific thing, which is police brutality, and then the organization has a bunch of different things.
Right.
Like, who knows? Who cares? Point is, he's like spouting all this stuff, and people could say that it's all to hype up fights, this, that, the other. But for me, it represented the first time that hyping up a fight went outside of the hacky stereotypes of who that person was.
Right.
usually for fights to hype up, right? If you're fighting against an Italian guy, you come in there eating a meatball sandwich. I'm gonna eat this guy like a fucking hero. Floyd Mayweather's coming with a sombrero on. He's like, this is what I do. I take out Mexicans. Like, it's just the lowest common denominator stuff. And it's funny to hype it up because you're attacking identity. But at the same time, it's not so offensive that you haven't heard it from anybody that you're playing basketball against.
Right.
So it was like within the realm
of shit talk.
Does that make sense?
Like when Montrezl Harrell called Luke a bitch ass white boy.
Exactly. It's like we've all kind of heard that. We could act like it's a bigger deal. And of course, the NBA is going to be like super hypocritical because they're not going to address that at all because they pretend like they're like super woke. But the average ball player.
They did address it.
A little bit.
They fined the dude. Like, what do you want?
What'd they fine him?
They fined him like $50,000.
I didn't realize that. I thought he just apologized.
I had not heard that.
Montrez got fined.
Oh, I just saw him apologize, but he wasn't like forced to apologize or he wasn't suspended or any of that kind of shit.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, no.
Right, but like, I guess the point is like this is the first time you see this. You see like actual political rhetoric in the shit talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's but
like even in like cricket matches between like Pakistan and India, right? Like,
no, I'm listening. This is serious.
Like as far as you've told me, there's really funny banter back and forth.
What's like what?
Gali gali mein shor hai,
Pakistani shor hai.
What does that mean?
I was at a World Cup of cricket when India won the finals. They start chanting that at the end of the match. It means there's noise in the alley. Pakistanis are thieves. That's what it means.
Wow. But that's a crowd, though.
We're playing Sri Lanka at the time.
Oh, wow. That's some real shit.
There you go.
That's some real shit because at Washington Wizards games, like 10 years ago, whatever, when they wanted the crowd to get loud to boo someone shooting at the free throw line, they would put a picture of JJ Redick up. Hilarious. In his Duke jersey. Because the idea is just like people in Maryland hate fucking Duke.
That's
right. Like, JJ Redick is nowhere near this match.
That's
but it's just like,
funny.
So I like that shit. Like, we're going to just talk shit. We don't like you so much. We're going to talk shit about you when you're not
But
here.
again, like the JJ Redick thing or the Pakistan-India thing,
kind of fun.
There's no rhetoric.
Yeah.
They're thieves.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like, who cares, right? Yeah. It's not like they're specifically saying
Kashmir is ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They literally, if you want to think about it, they literally are leaving politics out of sport. Yeah. And what's interesting about the Colby Covington thing is you didn't hear a lot of the people who are like, stop talking about politics and sports, man. Like, we didn't hear a lot of that conversation, right?
Right.
I didn't hear a lot of those people like, why are you making this political, bro?
That's wild that he went that far. Like, so that's the writers though, right? Is that the writing room?
His theory, and I can believe it, is that he's becoming the character he played.
Wow.
Because they even pushed back on it. They're like, wait, why is he a communist? Right. And he was like, well, he hates America. He doesn't do anything. It was like, what is that? What does that exactly mean?
He had nothing. You know, where he's fucking up and where all these guys fuck up, I think, is in wrestling. You always get a lot of popularity by being a heel, and then you flip back to being good.
Yes.
And he skipped that step.
Far.
Well, I think what happened is he lost to Kamaru Usman.
If he won, you think he'd have flipped?
I think what he was going to do is, I think it was character. He beats Kamaru Usman, and then I think he just becomes likable. Like, I think he's just like, listen, we got to unite. We got to bring everybody together. Like, let's not have hate, like all this other. I really think there would have been the flip, and he would have been the poster boy. So I think the UFC gets behind it.
Right.
And in a way, it makes Trump and MAGA look better because now it's not this extremist guy out there spouting rhetoric and like, hey, let's just be Americans and love each other. Let's fucking dap it up. It's all good. And then he gets his fucking face broken by Usman.
He got his ass beat, right?
No, it was a really competitive fight. Usman broke his jaw, did some of his jaw, but it was super competitive, and he claims it was an early stoppage. Amazing fight on both their behalves. Okay. Usman won.
Okay.
Stopped him.
Got it.
Amazing fight. But I think after that, he's like, oh no, fuck that. I'm real with this shit.
Or you got to keep leaning in until you can do the heel turn. This actually impresses me about Tyson Fury. Mm-hmm. He was able to be the asshole and then flip, but never brought race into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was an asshole. You didn't like the guy, cocky, whatever. He did a lot of the shit like the flashy black boxer would do, quote unquote. And he unlikable, talking shit, and then he wins, and he's like, yo, this guy, Wilder's such a great fighter, man. Love this guy.
And he still calls him a bum.
Yeah, and then calls him a bum for the next fight. And then again, hey, this guy's great, you know?
And I think he does have one advantage.
It's accent.
Outside of accent,
gypsy.
He's a gypsy.
Oh, that's his ethnic card that he can play?
I mean, amongst just white people, Is
that a thing here? I know it's a thing in Europe. Is that a thing here?
No. We don't even know what the fuck gypsies are here, right? There was that one TV show about them, but we don't really know.
Snatch, kinda.
Snatch kind of put us on a little bit, but we know they're marginalized. So I think it protects him a little bit because he's like, look, I'm not out here hating other people. I'm literally named after a black guy. I come out here singing black musicians every single day. Like, clearly I don't hate black people.
Right.
Like, clearly my family doesn't hate black people. And all that second-class treatment that black people are talking about, we get it, baby. This is what it's like.
I like how black people are just talking about it. You guys talk about this shit a lot.
I've never seen it. What are you talking about? It's not like there's videos out here every fucking week. So it was look, it's just an interesting like switch, I think, where like politics is, you got to see this week like politics really embedded in sport.
Yeah.
And specific agenda